Hi there. Now, many years ago, back in the 1990s, I had this great jazz residency on a Thursday night in North London. It was a great quartet, Jerry Gibbs on saxophone, John Horler on piano, Steve Pierce on bass. And we used to play a lot of music by Chick Corea. That was very much our speciality. And we were playing a lot of tunes. I can see the album here, Friends, a great album with Steve Gadd on it, and many other things as well. And we really rehearsed this music. We really had it down. The band was great, and we used to do some great gigs. But I can remember one very specific occasion. We were playing away, and the whole thing's on fire. And I found myself playing stuff from a point of pure muscle memory. And I was playing stuff not necessarily because I should, but more because I could. And that troubled me a bit. I didn't want my playing to be kind of coming out of a box and just being, not having maximum possible connection to the music. So I went home and I, in effect, taught myself to play all over again, but using a different set of parameters. And what I did was I slowed everything down, and in order that I could think and play at the same speed, just taking a simple rhythm like this, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the rhythm's always the same, but the sticking's completely improvised. And the reason for taking the speed right down is so I can think about which hand's going to move next. Is it going to be a single stroke, a double stroke, a multiple, right hand or left hand? And doing that on a single playing surface is the way to start this. Obviously, you can then explore any orchestration possibilities in either timekeeping or soloing musical contexts around the drums. But this, to me, is the essence of practicing slowly. A lot of drum tutors will tell you to practice slowly because it's what their drum tutor told them to do 20, 30 years previously, and they've never really gone through any process of rational analysis to think of why that might be. And this is like the complete opposite of muscle memory. Muscle memory has its uses, and it's always there to get you out of a tight spot in musical situations. But I like my playing to be more in the moment. And you read about certain great players of the past and of the present and say, oh, could play entirely in the moment, could play anything he could think of. And if you adopt this strategy, that's actually what you're training yourself to do, to be able to think, and play at the same speed. And I've done this so much now over a period of, I guess, about nearly 30 years that I can think as fast as I can play. And it really comes in handy, and it's very much a great tool where improvisation is concerned. And I don't mean improvisation solely in the context of playing like big jazz drum solos or things like that. Just coming up with parts, coming up with variations to parts. It can be really simple stuff, but it's still improvising, not just playing beats and fills and patterns that you've pre-learned, but actually being in the moment and responding to the music and being able to come up with new stuff. And this works in any kind of musical context, from the simplest groove to the most complicated, and any kind of improvised stuff in between. If you can think and play at the same speed, then you will really open the door to being able to play in the moment and respond to the music in a far more immediate and effective way than if you're just completely reliant upon muscle memory all of the time. Anyway, I hope that gives you something to think about, and that you found it useful, and that you'll try to incorporate it in your own playing. And I will see you next time.